Welcome, UNL fans, to the Winter 2018 Cycle Review. I am your commissioner, Scott Anderson. With me tonight, once again, IWL Commissioner Juan Cena. How are you doing tonight, Juan?
Fantastic.
Awesome.
I had 2 shots of Robitussin, so I'm
geared up.
I'm geared up.
Ready to go.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, really appreciate you being here tonight, helping out. I do think I'm going to put Jake's face on the side of a milk carton. I really miss you, Jake. Hopefully we see you return sooner than later.
He'll be back.
I'm okay, Scott.
Commissioner Anderson likes to take it easy.
It's not me, it's my guys.
No, of course. Would you mind running through our champions?
Absolutely. League champion, that piece of shit, Texas Hick, Rick Rancher. Television champion, Zach Gagon. Brazil champion, Naul. China champion, Jacob Vandenberg. Great Britain champion, Jimmy Buckets. India champion, Fatty the Butcher. Iran champion, Vexen Vladimir Verklempt. Japan champion, Hot Stuff Adam Cash. Mexico champion, Ann's bodyguard Zhang Fi. Nigeria champion, TVB. Russian champion, Strongman Tobin Wells. United States champion, Bandel Naidu. Tag team champions, Zach Gagon, Bandel Naidu. And TV tag team champions, that piece of shit, Texas Hick, Rick Rancher, Vexing Vladimir Verklempt. 6-man champions, Quebec Hitman MRP, the Russian Reaper, and Naul. TV 6-man champion, Jacob Vandenberg, the POS Rick Rancher, and Vexing Vladimir Verklempt.
Awesome. So, a couple of cool things from our title page. Congratulations to the tag team champions retaining.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, Rick Rancher gets the, what would you call it, like the junior triple crown?
Yeah.
League champion TV and TV?
Yeah.
Junior triple crown, maybe? So that was impressive. Vladimir also had 3 titles. A lot of good stuff going on. Oh, probably the big one. Even though he got edged for the bronze title, Rick Rancher had a 500. So congratulations to him.
Congratulations.
That, yes. Pretty impressive number. So
tell me about this cover. I see it's Ann Spivey. She looks very sticky.
She is not somebody to mess with. If I can,
I bet you $10 that she smells like lima beans.
Lima beans. I hesitate to ask why you think she smells like lima beans.
But look at her face. That's a lima bean smelling face.
Oh. Okay. Well, she's been pretty fierce, so maybe she's enjoying lima beans before her match.
Like fucking Popeye and shit.
Now I'm on board. If instead of spinach, she's eating lima beans to power up and beat up all the men, that would be cool with me.
She is in the finals of the UN Championship match. Is that correct? With Bandel Naidu?
That is correct. That is correct. Very well put. Yeah, that match will take place this cycle 12, as what I guess I would say the co-main event, along with the Rumble match at the aptly named pay-per-view, the Rumble.
Now, do you think that Bandel Naidu smells like curry?
I don't think so, because he's not Indian.
You don't have to be Indian to enjoy curry, racist.
I think that's what you were implying, sir.
No, there's no implication there.
So why would he smell like curry?
Because he has dew in his name, and it's doo-doo.
Those two things do not add up.
Wait, you gonna tell me that your doo-doo does not smell like curry?
My doo-doo does not smell like curry.
What does it smell like? Like fucking roses?
No.
Like mom's apple pie?
If I eat a lot of apple pie, it does. But, no.
I'm pretty sure that means you have an intestinal problem.
I mean, that's neither here nor there. All right, so yes, Bandel Naidu, who I believe is South African.
Like, you don't tell me there's no curry in South Africa?
There might be, but that's not what I think of. When somebody tells you about curry, what do you think of?
I think about curry powder and how delicious it is on my burrito.
Okay.
I just had Chipotle today, too, so my chest is burning.
Sometimes we do things that hurt us, just like a good love story.
Do you think Bandel Naidu is pro or against apartheid?
Excellent question. I think Bando Naidu could answer that for us. I would love to hear what.
So Bando Naidu, tell me if you're pro or against apartheid. I like to know. What's like Colonel De Beers? Colonel De Beers was pro-apartheid. That was his gimmick.
I only vaguely remember Colonel De Beers. So.
Yeah, watch more AWA. Vladimir Verklempt is the Continental Champion.
Correct. He retained against Akbar last cycle, and he will defend this cycle. Battle Royal winner each cycle will challenge for the Continental title the following cycle, but the champion gets a 3-point advantage, which Vladimir has not needed his, 3 or 4 cycle reign already.
Right.
So he has not needed a 3-point advantage, but he does possess it.
Can I ask you a question about the Continental Championship?
You sure may.
Which continent does it represent?
It represents the continental aspect of the world.
Because I know there's an intercontinental, and I never heard of an outer continental, but that could be a thing. So I'm just curious.
It just is the idea that he is representing continents.
So he's the champion of all the land on the world. But he's not the champion of water, so he's not like the Atlantis champion, because Atlantis is underneath the water.
Yes, let's go with that.
Okay.
I like it.
Works for me. And then we had the Can-Am champion, who was TVB, looking dirty and grimy as always.
Yes, and those 2 titles are expertly well done.
Yes.
2 good-looking titles.
Yes. We currently still have the World Tag Team titles vacant.
Yes, the Tag Team title tournament goes on. We do have our winners bracket. I guess it's still the semifinals, but it's the last match of the winners bracket, which will take place 2 cycles from now. So not in cycle 12, but cycle 13.
Okay.
Between the Quebec Hitman MRP and Naul against Vandenberg and Vladimir Verklempt. And I know, as commissioner, I'm supposed to remain impartial, and I may be very close with the manager of Naul, but I can't help but pull for Jacob and Vladimir. They're probably my favorite tag team, if I'm calling a spade a spade.
Racist. I
love their interactions, so I'm almost pulling for them, even though I hope that Naul beats them. Okay. If that makes any sense.
Yes. And then we still have the International Championship that's also vacant, correct?
Correct. Well, it was.
Oh.
That's the one that was vacated because champion left and was rebranded. So now Philippe Rousseau and Jacob Vandenberg are battling to become the new international champion, which will be crowned also at the Rumble.
Yeah. Rumble taking place in Nigeria, by the way. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yes.
That is correct, yes. So pretty excited about that event coming up on Tuesday. This cycle 12, our second pay-per-view. The co-main event, as I already mentioned, is the Rumble match itself. And I do have the grand total now, prize amount, which will be, in addition to the 10 free matches, will be $1.7 million in imaginary cash.
There it is.
Not bad.
No, not at all.
Not too shabby. 22 wrestlers will enter the Rumble, which, if I can say, I think that only leaves 1 or 2 active managers who elected not to enter the Rumble. So thank you. We have an amazing amount of participation for the Rumble match. I'm very excited to write this 6-page match and present it. Hopefully everybody enjoys it. I'm kind of excited. So we do have something I wanted to mention about our prizes. Hopefully are able to listen to this at a time where you can still email our favorite person in the IWA office, Kim, and let her know that you would like to take or receive the additional 20 free scrub matches this cycle. Every third cycle, if you do the match deal, you get your 20 matches that you pay for, your 20 scrub matches, and then you have the additional 20 free scrub matches. So you're gonna get 40 free scrub matches if you do the $12 match deal.
Holy crap.
Yeah. But that's every third cycle, and this is the first chance you get. So you basically get 60 matches for $12.
Nice.
pretty decent. So
Yeah, that sounds
I
ridiculous.
encourage everybody to do that because I was totaling up if we had a pretty good participation in
Now,
that.
let me ask you a question from a commissioner's point of view. Are they going to actually play those matches? Will it count towards your total when they do?
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, because that could put you easily.
I would be kind of ticked off. If they didn't run those matches, I would be kind of upset. Yeah.
Yeah, I would follow.
I
up
hope
with
so.
That. I would actually follow up with that.
Yeah, I can double check, but I don't know why they wouldn't.
No, they're weird sometimes.
I mean, we did say that they could run those scrub matches for the same wrestler or for a different wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I definitely make sure of that
because you don't want to be in a situation where they just give the wins,
right?
Because they might.
Yeah, for sure.
Tell me about Alexander Q. Cromwell.
Oh, that's probably my favorite new thing from last cycle. So yeah, Cromwell's Corner. I didn't ask the player who put this together for me if I could reveal who it was, so I won't do that this Tubecast. Listen in next time, and I'll have a definitive answer as to whether or not I can reveal what manager put this together for me. But it's not written by me. It's written by someone else. And so Cromwell's Corner is just kind of a recap the current happenings in the UNL. So what's going on and kind of giving a synopsis of current events. I think it's the first one came out of the gate very well.
Very strong.
It kept me kept me engaged. I thought it was very funny. Very well done. So
it's always
I'm
good to
looking forward
have it's always good to have a recap. So if anyone's interested in joining the league, they get a quick, recap of what's going on, and they're more apt to join if they have an idea what's going down in your league currently.
Nice. Good assessment. So hopefully everybody else enjoys that as well.
So we have our global tournaments. So we're in which one? We were number 6. Number 7.
So because number 7 was a smaller tournament, it's the only one we've had that was a little smaller. We actually had both global tournament winner for number 6 and number 7 this past cycle. So congratulations to that POS Rick Rancher for winning yet another global tournament. He won number 6 against Adam Cash. And congratulations to Akbar, who defeated the Russian Reaper to win number 7. There will not be a global tournament winner this cycle because that would have been cycle 7's winner.
Right.
So next cycle we'll have the global 8 tournament winner. So congratulations to those two gentlemen. I do plan to have kind of a winners tournament in the fall. So in between summer and the end of year pay-per-view World Warfare, there will be a pay-per-view where we feature all the winners of global tournaments. So Rick Rancher would have already been in, but Akbar has cemented his place as well into that tournament.
I dig it, man. Sounds good to me.
We could get very close to getting rid of these buys. If you look at 8, 9, and 10, you notice that the top 4 seeds have buys. We get up to 16 managers, those buys go away, and more wrestlers enter each tournament.
Yeah.
So see.
Don't be a douche and join the UNL.
I think that's going to be the new tagline.
Hey, by the way, you know the term douchebag.
I'm aware of the term.
Okay. But all the douches I've ever seen come in bottles. What's the deal with that?
Just like you park in a driveway and drive in a parkway?
Yeah, that's horrifying.
Yeah, it's a little twisted, isn't it?
Yeah. So if you have any experience with douchebags themselves, if you use them on your person, please let us know if that's a real thing.
I wanted to call out a certain...
They know who they are.
They know. He knows. He knows who he is. Although he probably wouldn't define himself that way because he doesn't have any understanding of...
Do you know it's just vinegar and water? You know? Someone told me that.
All right, so...
World Tag Team Title Contest.
Yeah, we talked about the last contest of that winner's bracket. Congratulations to those two teams. This cycle, the second round of the consolation bracket will take place, and those two matches will include Mac Trilla of Noble House and Fortune 500 Aaron McFleece against Rick Rancher and Blazer Corporation's Tobin Wells.
Wow.
Good luck to both of those teams trying to survive. One win away from continuing or one loss away from being eliminated. And also in the international match then is Tenbatsu and Valen Arya against the Russian Reaper and the Africa's Deadliest Man Animal. So good luck to those two teams as well.
Yeah, man, I dig it.
Looking for I hope that everybody's enjoying the slow process of this world title tournament. It's very drawn out, and I hope they don't mind that. I did send another picture as a reminder of when those matches will take place. Next cycle 13, will feature both that third round of the winners bracket and the third round of the consolation bracket. So those two matches will take place next cycle 13. Just a little heads up there.
Awesome.
Good stuff.
Next up, we have the Rumble. Again, it's March 27, 2018. That's this Tuesday. So be on the lookout for that. Good luck on writing that up.
Yeah, the World Warfare pay-per-view had a lot of really awesome contribution from quite a few managers. So hopefully that repeats itself for the Rumble. If you're in any of those matches, feel free to get a hold of me. I might get a hold of you. Again, in addition to the Rumble match, the United Nations title match, crowning our first United Nations champion, is Ann Spivey against Bandil Naidu. They had to win those round robins or come in first and second place in the round robins in order to advance to the semis. And then they had to win the semis to advance to this match. So they have definitely earned a place there. So good luck to both of them. The Can-Am title match, the 3-match series will come to culmination between TVB and Tobin Wells. And then the international title will be recrowned or re-established. I don't know what word I'm looking for there.
No, you had it reestablished. It's good.
Reestablished, okay. Yeah. With either Jacob Vandenberg or Philippe Rousseau. So good luck to those gentlemen as well. There will be a continental title match. That match, now we know, is Vladimir Verklempt versus Naul. The Quebec, of all the matches, I think one of the ones I'm looking forward to the most is the Quebec Hitman and the Russian Reaper finally facing off with Blood Money.
Oh,
this has been building since Blood Money came in, really. So we're talking 6 or 7 cycles of back and forth. Special ringside enforcer, Aaron McFleece. So we'll have to wait and see what kind of role he plays, given his friction with Blood Money.
Yeah, this seems to be pretty biased to me. I wonder who put that in place. Jerks.
An interesting development from Scott Anderson.
Taking it easy.
Taking it easy. Jacob Vandenberg, who busted the wine cooler over Naul's head. Those two will face off. And then Valen Arya will be challenged by the big man Jasper Ubanko. And they have been developing quite a intense feud, which we'll see in our trash talk as well.
Nice. I say we have a crossover collision.
Yes.
Yeah.
Building up between the United Nations League and the Living Nightmare League. So you see a description there of several champion versus champion matches, and also the triple threat cage match, which I did send an updated flyer, which hopefully can be posted here, and you'll see it in your bulletin this cycle, where I do finally reveal how the winner will be decided for the main event there.
Oh.
All the odd numbered holds will be totaled up. So your hold 1, 3, 5, 7, all the way up to 15 will be totaled up. And the person who has the highest total of those 8 holds will be our winner. And then second place and third place decide the same way. If there's a tie, then we'll go with the total strat first. So
makes sense.
Hopefully just I feel I went with highest strat for the Rumble match.
There goes everyone's perfect point flow for that cycle. Well, that's okay.
Yeah. Well, that's the idea. You got to pick and choose. What do you want? So if you really want to win the triple threat cage and you want to get some IWA credit, might have to sacrifice perfect point flow. Of course, if you're like me, you don't worry about point flow anyway because you can't pick which holds are going where. You're just trying to pick good holds. So
yeah, with your 7 titles in gold.
I mean, it worked out okay.
Me, I'm like, I hope I get a 493 this cycle.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to. I don't want to dig myself any deeper, so I won't talk about my success in gold this cycle.
Unbelievable.
It's all right.
All right. So we have TT from Valinaria. He's on his world tour. He still needs the Brazilian, China, Iran championships to take them all. You gotta get them all, like they Pokemon, right? That's a Pokemon thing.
Exactly. And then he can relax a little, maybe.
I had a Pocket Monster in 1985, but that's a whole other story.
Unrelated.
Yeah.
So,
Bulbasaur, I think it was called Bulbasaur, right? That's a real one, right? That's a thing.
It sounds like you know more than I do about this
that's what I called
particular
it.
subject.
Bulbasaur. Attack.
So not related to Bobo Brazil, though.
No, Matt Riley had a Squirtle, and he used to squirt. Anyway, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, that sounds like something.
You never squirted your Squirtle before, Scott Anderson?
I don't recall ever squirting my Squirtle, so that's something I've said now.
I'll say this. I can say this with all confidence. I bet you 50 cents and Russian money that Jake Joyce played a lot of Pokemon in his youth. He's right that age, isn't he? I know he's like 12.
You know, though, I don't know. I might take that bet for the 50 cents in Russian money.
He wasn't playing Magic the Gathering, was he? Because he made fun of those kids.
Oh.
Scott Anderson, did you play Magic the Gathering?
No.
You're a fucking liar.
I was doing plenty of things, but I was not rich enough to be a Magic the Gathering player.
You know, not for nothing, I envy those kids. I would kind of like look 3 tables over because I was at the cool kid table, and I would watch those kids play, and I'm like, man, I want to play.
Yeah,
I don't want to get beat up like they do.
Right. I mean, sometimes you just gotta accept who you are, and say, I'm gonna play Magic the Gathering.
My son's into the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. He likes those.
Well done.
Yeah.
So, Valen's talking himself up here again.
So tell me about this backstage interview. Her name is Felicia O'Neill. What's her name?
Felicia.
Is that her name for real?
Felicia is, not the way you pronounce it.
Oh, I read that as Felicio because I got the O'Neill wrong.
Okay.
Because it's Felicia O'Neill.
Have you never heard of a person named Felicia?
I mean, other than saying bye to her, no.
Okay. Well, this Miss O'Neill does
the only O'Neill I know is April O'Neil from Ninja Turtles.
I think Felicia is actually her niece.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
She had the biggest chest of any animated character in the history of animated characters, by the way. Go back and watch circa 1989 Ninja Turtles.
I'll put it on my to-do list,
Do it. It's almost watching like those, what do they call that anime that's for adults? You know what it's called.
Yes.
What's it called?
I think it's called anime for adults.
No, there's a word. What's the word? I'm not up on my Japanese naked ladies. Hentai. No, that's Kai and Tai. Is it Kai and Tai?
Kai and Tai was the group in the late 90s.
The choppy PP guys? Yeah. I don't know what they call the those drawings that those Japanese people do. Luke Martin would know. He lived over in Japan.
There we go.
So if you know the name of the pictures of the scantily clad animated women that Japanese people draw, leave that in the comment section. So I want to know.
We keep it high class here on the UNL Tubecast.
We have plenty of class, all but slow.
All right, so what's next?
Naul. I still don't understand why he's not wearing a headdress. He should be. He is a native warrior.
It's 2018, sir.
You ever been to a powwow?
Not every Native American has to wear...
I've been to multiple powwows. I spent my summers at an Indian reservation. All right? And they wear headdresses all the time.
All the time?
Well, during the powwow they do.
Do they wear them when they fight in the octagon?
No, but when they're swimming in the creek, they do.
Well, maybe when Naul is swimming in the creek, he wears...
It's weird now. Like it's all smoke shops. It's a weird place.
I feel like there's a Bobby Heenan joke coming.
No, I mean, I don't know why there's. I mean, I know untaxed cigarettes is a big deal, but lots of smoke. No casinos, but lots of smoke shops.
So now Will threatens to injure Jacob Vandenberg at the pay-per-view.
I have a question about Nahul. If you throw litter at him, would he cry?
I'm afraid to ask, but why do you ask that?
You never seen that commercial?
Oh, because the Native American cries. That's a bad joke.
What do you mean it's a bad joke? If I was Philip Rousseau, I would throw trash at him and see if he weeps.
So the next TT is pretty exciting.
Is this more Fellatio O'Neill stuff and Mac Jones?
There is a little bit of Felicia O'Neill, but she's trying to interview Noble House, but they are accidentally bumped into, and the man that bumps into them is revealed to be Mike Mason. What? I'm so excited that Mike Mason is.
You mean the Motor City Madman, Mike Mason?
That Motor City Madman, Mike Mason, has come to the UNL, and I could not be more excited. So, it looks like there's going to be a big Noble House, Mike Mason feud.
Tell me about this award ceremony. We're at the 90th Academy Award.
What happens here is that Fortune 500 and his, I don't know if they're friends or they're just associates, but Tembatsu,
I don't judge.
They lay waste to Adam Cash and Fatty the Butcher. So a little tit for tat here.
So is Tembatsu Fortune 500's Virgil?
That would be a question for Fortune 500 to answer.
Like, is he his man's man?
I have the impression that they are more equal.
Oh.
That but Tembatsu definitely seems like the muscle of the group, and maybe Fortune 500 is the tactician. But
you think Fortune is paying him? Because Fortune has all that money, hence the name.
It's possible. It's possible. I don't know if we've really explored that aspect of their partnership. So I would be interested to hear a little more on that.
Yeah. Damn shame what they do to Blood Money here, too. Unbelievable, these guys.
I mean, it's a matter of perspective, I guess. Certainly, if you were of a certain persuasion, you would sympathize with Adam Cash and Fatty the Butcher getting kind of shellackled here.
And they were supposed to go to Fatty the Butcher's House of Chinese Foods and Ribs, and then they canceled that date, and it's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous. Anytime you have to cancel that, you went too far.
It's so good.
Yeah. Do they have curry there, though?
They do. They have curry chicken on a stick. Because you've never had meat unless it's on a stick. It's so good. You get some of that Kyle Queen barbecue sauce. You get a little bit of curry. You put meat on a stick over an open fire. There you go. There it is.
I have nothing constructive to add to that.
I'm just saying. I mean, I'm technically, I'm very pro Blood Money here. So I'm offended by this.
I see. Well, you might like what happens later on then.
Oh, okay.
Later on, there's some good stuff there for you. So
we have TVB. He's sitting on a folding table, drinking a Budweiser. Yeah. And what kind of man in 2018 is drinking Budweiser anyway?
I don't even drink Budweiser. I drink Bud Light, so that's even worse.
TVB. I feel like he needs to be drinking some sort of Indian Pale Ale of some sort. Either that or Schlitz malt liquor. You ever had a Schlitz malt liquor?
I can't say I have.
Wow. Colt 45?
Sorry to say, no.
You never had a Colt 45?
Not unless somebody slipped it to me later on.
Crazy Horse? Red Dog? St. Ives? Old English?
I don't even know what half of those are. So,
Scott Anderson, you're not from the streets.
Indeed.
I'm from the streets.
Indeed. I'm from the mean streets of Greenwich, Connecticut. So, So TVB here does call out Vladimir Verklempt for using his old name. So I am definitely excited to see what continues to brew between these two powerhouses. They're both champions.
So TVB is the V for Klempt in here or Vladimir? I don't understand.
No, it's for Vandenberg. It's his old. Yeah, he was Timothy Vandenberg, but he had a reemergence. Oh. So now he is TVB, and he has forsaken the Vandenberg family name. And it worked for him because he became Can-Am champion right after that.
Nice.
So worked out pretty well for him. Underneath that, we have a situation where Jacob, Vladimir's partner, once again attacks Naul. So Naul is going to be really even more upset than he was already.
What's a mountain driver?
A mountain driver? Where are you looking? Where am I missing?
Well, because Jacob positioned the six-pack and lifts Naul, hits him with the mountain driver on top of glass bottles.
Oh, well, let's look up what a mountain driver is.
There is blood and alcoholic pick lemonade everywhere.
That sounds awful.
Fucking sticky as hell, too.
That the mountain driver, if it is similar to Naul's finisher, that could be a very interesting dichotomy there. The Warrior's Way, which is Naul's finisher, is that what I would call like the Rikishi driver.
Yeah.
From, early 2000s, where he would sit out.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
Samoa Joe used to use that as a high spot.
Love Samoa Joe.
Who doesn't?
I don't know. Is he ever going to get a push again now that he's been hurt again?
Probably not. He looks like my brother. Like, we could be twins.
I'm trying to find a mountain driver here.
That's made up.
We need some clarification from Jacob Vandenberg. Because a mountain driver sounds like a vicious maneuver, and he's doing it on top of the glass bottles.
Is it like a splash mountain, which is like I'm thinking it's like a razor's edge into a sit-down powerbomb. But a driver is usually like a pile driver. You usually land on your head. So I wonder if it's like a Steiner screwdriver.
Oh, that was vicious.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Oh, I always, when you're 14, you think everybody's neck.
So Jacob with the K, let us know what a mountain driver is.
Yeah, no doubt.
Okay. Do I see some Blazer Corporation shenanigans?
Yes.
I do.
Big fan of Blazer Corporation. Big fan. Even though what happens here is that Obanko loses his cool and beats the ever-living tar out of Valinaria. I mean, just slaughters him, full rage, destroys him, which is not easy to do because Valinaria is no pushover.
Oh.
But Jasper Obanku is about as powerful as they come. Yeah. Maybe the most powerful man in the UNL.
I heard he can rip a phone book in half.
I've heard he can rip a phone book in half with one hand.
No.
Too far. I took it too far. But, building up towards the match at the Rumble. Looking forward to that with Valinaria and Jasper Obanku. Good stuff there. Good stuff from Blazer Corporation.
Yeah.
Not to be ignored. One of my other favorite groups, Noble House. Mac Trilla giving the lowdown on how they took care of Ann Spivey and Zhang Fei. And now it sounds like they're calling out Blazer Corp for beating up Valinaria, who is their six-man partner. But this same cycle, more stuff with Noble House because they have this new deal with Mike Mason.
Yeah.
So Noble House is all over the UNL.
I'm curious about the African cockroaches. Do you think the African cockroaches are worse than the cockroaches I've seen in Midtown Manhattan subways?
How big are these Manhattan cockroaches?
You can ride them if you want to.
I think the African cockroaches are more deadly.
You think they have some sort of it looks pretty gross.
Yeah. I don't think I'd want.
You think my animal eats them?
Possibly. Maybe that's how he powers up.
That's a good idea.
I mean, he's kicking everybody's butt left and right, so maybe he's powering up with the African cockroaches before he dumps them on you. I do think it's an interesting partnership because Mac Trilla always looks like very well put together.
Is Mac Trilla from Wakanda?
Excellent question. I don't have an answer for that. But he definitely is a powerhouse. Yeah. So
I agree.
All right, what's up next?
So we have Rick Rancher shooting off guns like it's the 4th of July.
In classic Texas style. Yeah. No offense intended to any of my favorite Texans.
Unless it's Austin. They don't do that kind of shit in Austin, from what I understand.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
That's what I hear. I don't know. I've never been to Texas. There's only 2 things that come from Texas.
This is true. Yeah. And we'll leave one of those things.
One of them is delicious barbecue.
That's true.
And the other, the Cowboys.
Fantastic. So Rick Rancher seems to be pretty obsessed with this loss he had against Ann Spivey. He's continuing to antagonize her. So we'll have to see what continues to develop there. Ann Spivey is probably pretty focused right now on her title match.
Yeah.
But she may have to readdress Rick Rancher following the Rumble, because he is not going away. He is still pretty upset at his semifinals loss.
We've Aaron McFleece getting beaten up by Masks, man.
Yes, these 2 Masked Men continue to beat up all the top UNL stars and Adam Cash. So I don't know who's going to put an end to their.
Are they wearing ski masks, or they're wearing like clown masks, or luchador masks, or masks of former presidents?
That would be interesting.
Like in what's that? Point Break. That's a good movie.
I think so.
Or is that Heat? No, they're both lost. I think it was Point
Break.
But
I prefer to think of it as the little Zorro mask.
Yes.
Those are my favorite ones, because then we can still kind of see their features, but we don't really know who it is. So when this is finally revealed, because we've had about 5 or 6 cycles of this now. Yeah. I mean, they attacked Adam Cash, they attacked Aaron McFleece this cycle, they attacked Valinaria, they attacked who else? Rick Rancher. I mean, they have been indiscriminate. So I will be looking forward to what the reveal is here on these 2 Masked Men.
Man, I dig it. I
do enjoy.
Is this a haiku from Zhang Fei? Would you consider this a haiku?
Let's see. When I lock, no, it is kind of ominous. The mandate of heaven. So Zhang Fei has been a force to be reckoned with this first 11 cycles. So Ann's bodyguard is in and of himself not someone to take lightly. So we get our first words from Zhang Fei, and lets us know that when he locks in, I'm assuming that is his finisher.
Yeah.
That is all she wrote. Next up, what do we got?
We have
Vladimir.
Vladimir singing another song.
Oh, good old Vladimir. And he gets really upset here, I think, doesn't he? Because, yes, with Matt Peters for trying to dismiss Jacob. Vladimir has grown quite close with Jacob.
Gross.
So there's some talk there, and then they enjoy some champagne, and Vladimir is more pleasant once his friend shows up, which is good, because I don't want to be on Vladimir's bad side.
No.
A little more lighthearted, we have some good trash talk from the Party Boys.
Party Boys in the house.
In the house. They recently won the tag team titles. So although the current tag team champions retained, Party Boys were on the title page recently for their tag exploits. So they are definitely on the up and up. Following that, we have MRP giving some business to Blood Money. He actually challenges them here to loser leaves the UNL. And I have to say, I humbly hope that match does not take place.
That's risky business.
I don't want to lose either one of those teams.
Unless Adam's going to come back or MRP's going to come back as the Midnight Hitman.
Okay, so if we can have Midnight Cash or Midnight Hitman, then I'm okay. That would be hilarious. I would accept.
I have a concept for a brand new league.
Let's do it.
That would involve that, actually. in my head, I call it the invitation only league, where it's the limit of active wrestlers can only be 20. If you go inactive, you leave, and if you average under a 492, you get kicked out as well.
Oh, so people are on a wait list to get in?
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm playing with that. I don't know if the IWA number one let it be invitation only, where I can pick what I want in the league. 2, I don't know if they'll let me throw people out of the league. If they go inactive, I'll fall below a predetermined strat total average.
Yeah. What strat total were you thinking?
Probably 493. Like, I don't want it to be 495.
Yeah,
maybe 493, 494.
I think Luther would be eliminated the first cycle.
I wouldn't put him. I wouldn't put him in that league. I'm not good enough. I feel bad too because a lot of people come to me for strat advice, and I'm like I'm not like if you want advice on a picture, I'm your dude. If you want a contest for your league, I'm your guy. If you want a strategy help, ask Mr. Anderson. No, go to Mr. Anderson for all your strategy needs.
I will reveal right now the premise of all of my strat picks. I don't go for a 501. I just try and be decent. I think that going for a 501 is a good way to get a 492 8 times out of 9.
Yeah.
So I'm just shooting for a 495 every time. And you know what? I usually hit a 495, and it usually does okay.
I usually do like 27, 28 drops. Like every cycle.
Just every time.
Sometimes I just flip them. I'm like, I'm going to use the other 28 and the other 27.
There you go.
Like, because I don't think, there's never been, like a 29 drop never really happens all that often.
29 I definitely think is the least of the 4. Right.
So you can rule out 29. Obviously, you rule out 30. You rule out 25. So that leaves you with 6 holds, right? It leaves you with
correct
2 26s, 2 27s, and 2 28s.
Correct.
So you just got to pick 4 holds out of that, and kind of just hedge your bets. So it's what I do.
Yeah. Well, either you or Matt had commented one time on strategies and how a 26 will drop fairly often. But I would say even if a 26 doesn't drop, 126 sometimes bumps up to 28 or 29, super rarely to 30.
No.
But if the other 26 doesn't drop, it only goes to 27. So if you're going to miss a hold, I would rather miss a 27 value than a 30 value.
Right.
So if I got to pick something not to have, it's a 26, and that's how I get.
Unless you're gonna be crazy, you go double 26s.
You could go double 26s. I mean, drops
that's
every 4 years.
I mean, that's double conservative.
Right.
If you're really looking to I just want to play it safe, I would go with double 26s.
Well, see, I almost feel like that's too safe though.
It is
because
too safe.
Now
well, the safest thing you can do is take whatever the 501 was from the previous cycle.
True.
Right, because you're not gonna, if you take the prior 501, you're not gonna hit under, I guess, a 493.
Right.
Right. So it's like,
at the same time though, you're guaranteeing that you're going to hit 225s.
Yes.
See, and I just can't abide that.
I hit 225s all the time anyway. Not even trying.
Yeah. Oh goodness. So let's end on a positive note with your blood money.
My stablemates.
Yeah. So they kind of persuade a TMZ reporter. And
is it Ryan Satin? You got
it doesn't say Ryan Satin.
Ryan Satin got Vince Russo kicked off his show.
Nice.
Yeah, he got him fired from Podcast One.
Oops.
There you go.
So this TMZ reporter tries to get some words out of Fatty, and what we find though is that Adam and Fatty the Butcher engage in some American Sign Language.
I mean, it's better than the Russian Sign Language.
Oh.
Yeah. They're different.
Interesting.
It's true.
So I thought that was a pretty big development because we never hear Fatty speak.
No.
So now we know that Fatty and Adam are both fluent in American Sign Language.
He does discrete different smells based on his mood, though.
That's interesting.
That's a pro tip.
Nice.
Yeah.
So the TMZ reporter does get a pretty nasty clothesline, and then Adam Cash has some pretty tough words for Fortune 500. So definitely what I would call a big money feud building there as well.
Yeah.
Adam Cash and Aaron McFleece. I look forward to that showdown.
There it is. There it is.
It is.
All right. Fantastic.
UNL Cycle 11.
Yeah. On a personal note, I want to get this in. To the person who's been thumbs downing my videos on YouTube, I know who you are, and I'm going to find you, and I'm going to bite you right in the big toe. So cut the shit.
Ouch. Not cool.
Yeah. Don't be that guy. Come on.
I'll stop thumbs downing everything.
I know it was you.
Sorry. I take it easy, but I thumbs down on retro wrestling games videos.
It was the last show we did too. Like we just put that one up. I'm like, already? Someone fucking disliked this video already? Like it's been up for fucking 2 days.
Somebody cares enough to get on there the first 2 days and thumbs down it. I think that's almost like a badge of honor, because if everybody loves you, somebody's lying to you. Yeah. So at least somebody dislikes you enough that within 2 days they want to thumbs down that new video.
Yeah.
I think you're doing something right.
It's fucking ridiculous.
So I do want to reiterate, this cycle you can get those 20 bonus matches. I will email our good friends at the IWA headquarters and make sure that those matches actually get played, because that could bump us, first of all, to a really high number. And second of all, if it does bump us over 50 cards, the tag team champions are going to earn UNL credit, $1 for every 3 cards. So we could easily have a credit of, say, like $20 for this cycle's tag team champions if we reach over that 50 card mark, which could certainly happen given this prize this cycle.
All right, fantastic. I dig that.
I think that about covers it. I'm looking forward to the Rumble. Good luck to everybody. Can't wait to see the results and get all that written up. I'm pretty excited about the Rumble. So, out of time for tonight. For my wonderful co-host, Juan Cena, I am Scott Anderson. Taking it easy, and we'll see you